Hello and welcome to the Steve and Mead review. I'm Steve and this is Mead, and tonight we got to see Saw 6.
Saw 6 was, for me, better than the other ones that I've seen. I mean, I really loved 1. Saw 1 was great, and I never really felt that there needed to be sequels. But Saw 6, compared to the other sequels, was pretty well done. This movie is pretty much a big FU to the insurance companies, and Jigsaw pretty much is. He says he has so-called reasonings for what he's doing, but he's pretty much just bitter because he's dying and no one will help him. So the movie starts off with he was like the head of Umbrella insurance company. Jigsaw.
I thought that was kind of like,
a reference to Resident Evil.
Yeah.
That was cool. I like that. And there's certain so-called games set up for him to decide whether or not who he wants to kill and who he wants to survive.
This movie is better than the other Saw movies that I've seen. I saw 1 through 3, and I was never real impressed with them. But this movie in particular, I think it may have been the fact that it dealt with the insurance companies, which is sort of a current
A really big
event.
problem right now in the real world.
And, I think that really helps to have someone that you hate in the real world be put into this sort of situation. That may have made me enjoy the movie quite a bit. Hopefully, in the next movie they'll bring the politicians who allow this sort of behavior by these companies,
cool.
To justice, but I doubt it.
Well, I think they are working on like Saw 1,000,000.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I think it's pretty interesting that the Jigsaw guy is dead and he's killing people from the grave. Apparently, he appears in this movie in videos, in flashbacks, and sometimes even in people's hallucinations, which is kind of odd, but it's kind of cool too. Even though I thought it was a dumb idea to have the guy who was dead quite a while ago coming back to kill more people, but they managed to do it without it being cheesy or stupid, so that was cool. In the typical Saw fashion, it's confusing at the beginning and you don't really understand what this is all leading to, but it all manages to tie up in the end.
And there is somewhat of a moral story a very
A little bit.
messed up moral story at the end of the movie.
Because they kept showing these piranhas that the guy has in the tank. I thought for sure those piranhas would somehow be used in the movie, but they're not.
They're not.
Maybe that's a reference to one of the other movies that I didn't see. I don't know.
If you're into horror movies, I'd say go see it. I mean, it's worth spending the money. It's entertaining, to say the least. I mean, it keeps you going, like what's going to happen next. So, this movie was not bad. It wasn't great either, but I give this movie a C.
I think I agree with you on that one. Normally, I don't like Saw movies that much, but this one was better than most of them. Still not a great movie, so I think it's pretty average as horror movies go in general. So I give it a C as well.